Okie dokie.
Okay.
Do you see there's a Shrek 5 coming?
Yeah, I've been kind of avoiding it, to be honest, because I'm scared and I'm hearing a lot of stuff.
I haven't seen 4.
Oh, you haven't seen 4?
No. I just after 3 I was like, I
it's
think
better
I'm done.
than 3.
Oh, okay.
But is it worth returning to?
Wait, is 4 the one with Justin Timberlake in it? Where he goes
That's 3.
Okay, so that was
I
the one
think.
that
I
sucked.
hope.
Okay.
I'm almost sure. I was obsessed with Shrek growing up.
It is 3 because that's the one that starts and she's like, I'm pregnant on the boat.
Yeah, and then
the 4th one, he's got the kids.
4th one is when Rumpelstiltskin takes him back to before he met Fiona, I think, or something like that. Like he messes with the timeline.
I
Some Marvel
vaguely
shit.
remember Rumpelstiltskin.
He little ginger guy.
Yeah. Anyway, I just saw that today and I was like, ugh.
Fiona's the only one that looks off to me. Shrek looks fine for the new style, but Fiona just
looks weird.
She used to look like an it girl as an ogre, and now I'm like, who are you?
Isn't it? Do you think it may be because like Cameron Diaz is old now, so they're like, we'll just update.
You could still give her mascara.
I mean, Mike Myers is pretty old too. So.
Yeah, just give her a little mascara. That's what's missing, I think.
Maybe they're trying to make it hip and new.
Yeah, it's Zendaya is
the
Felicia. I think I know the kid's names.
Felicia.
Fargus. Felicia. No.
Okay.
Farkle, maybe.
Farkle.
Something like that.
I could look it up, but I'm not going to.
No.
Hi. How are you?
How am I?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Better now.
Better now, baby.
Better now that I'm on your podcast. So we're here with
with
avid guest Siobhan Bernard.
That's me, Barnard, actually.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. Literally, everyone does it.
Yeah.
Except maybe Morgan. I think because he's heard me be like, everyone says Bernard. It's not.
My favourite thing to piss cows off is call him Wes Combe.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, no, Wes Combe. Yeah. I'd be like, Wes Combe. I was like, whatever, bitch. Or I would say, I still can't even say it, like Worcestershire sauce.
I don't actually know.
He would get
Worcestershire.
Worcester. He's like, it's Worcestershire.
Maybe.
And I was like, dude, alright, whatever. Just calm
English
down.
is important, kind of.
And I get that he was half English and stuff, and he was like,
yeah.
This is the way my dad taught me. I'm like, yeah, but bro, calm down. It's just a sauce made with fish. So, how are you?
How am I? I've had a crazy couple weeks.
How are you?
I had a crazy couple weeks, man.
Yeah.
Uni's just started back up.
Ugh.
And, like, everything's going on. Like, I'm still dealing with, Kells and...
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, like, I keep injuring myself. Got some really bad injury luck at the moment. Well, my whole life, but especially at the moment. I sprained my knee, and I'm, like, overloaded.
Yeah.
Honestly, my bucket is very full.
Yeah.
It's full of piss, it feels like.
Piss and vinegar.
That's right.
Worcestershire sauce.
In Worcestershire.
And do you, because obviously you've been on this pod before, we've talked about your past and all that sort of thing, so we're not going to dive back into that, but like, I'll put a link to that episode if anyone wants to.
Sure.
If people haven't heard you, we'll put a link to that last episode you're on, which was a fucking, I said to you just before we started recording, it was one of the most well received. There's been like 2 episodes which have been the most positive, like, oh no, there's been a few, but like you and Maggie.
Oh yes,
like
Maggie.
People loved Maggie, and people loved you. Yeah. So.
Well, thank you to any of the listeners.
Yeah.
That means a lot. I like to put my heart on my chest, and I like to be really open about all the good and bad things in my life. So I appreciate it a lot.
I think what helped with yours as well, now that I think about it, was we videoed yours and we put the video out.
Yeah.
And people really responded to that. And I know we should do video more, but like, fuck me.
It's a lot.
Like, you know, when you're doing everything and you're trying to edit and then you have to... I'm not good at video editing and shit like that. And, I'm not even good at sound editing.
Right.
Like, thank God I have good programs that does it. But, like...
Hope we don't sound like shit.
Nah, we sound great.
We sound fantastic.
I don't care. It's a free fucking podcast. What it sounds like is what it sounds like.
Yeah, true.
But, like, people as well could see you. You know what I mean? Like, they could, like... and as well that you're, you know, like you're a young person. I don't mean that in a horrible way. Like you're, you know, so people in that, you know, people will be like, oh, I'm young too.
Yeah,
I get it. You know, I feel it. I'm in uni or I'm in whatever, and I feel what you're going through. So
yeah, I like being able to have that reach to people.
It's nice, eh?
I mean, it's kind of tough being young at the moment. Like, we're not getting a lot of hopeful stuff at the moment. It's like, what are we looking forward to here? What are we working for? What are we putting all this money into right now?
Yep.
It's very uncertain.
It's not just that, but I think that's felt everywhere. Like, not just in this country, but fucking everywhere you look, it's like, Jesus, it's fucking shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, you've got literally wars going on all over the world at the moment. Trade or violent wars, you know, and all this shit, and it's just so depressing. Like the other day I went onto the news and I was like, nah, not today.
I'm good.
Yeah, I just don't need this at the moment. Like, give me something good here, people.
I often just let myself be a little bit naive because it's just too bleak at the moment.
Very bleak. Yeah. Very bleak. But do you find, you know, having gone through like, well, fuck, we'll just put our aces on the table, you know, like, having gone through, like, Ward 21 and counselling and all that sort of thing, do you find, like, you have tools that help you?
I mean, I feel like anyone who frequently goes to counselling for a long period of time will see some benefit to it.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on how willing you are to be honest with yourself and the person who's trying to help you.
Yeah.
If you're hiding things, and you might not get a lot of benefit out of it. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you go to the therapist and you show up and you feel like shit and you actually don't really have an explanation.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, I mean, if you've got depression, especially if you've got an actual depressive disorder, it's just, you're going to have those days where you feel fucking terrible, but you have no reason to be.
Yeah.
And you're like, I thought things had gone well. Why do I feel like this?
Oh, I have days where I'll message Jen and I'll be like, I feel like blah. That's what I always say. I feel blah.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, why? And I'm like, I don't know. Just, there's no reason to feel like this, but I still feel like this.
Yep.
And I hate
it's
those
a
days.
horrible feeling.
Yeah.
And you want to be helped.
Yeah.
You want to talk to someone about it, but you don't know what to say. Because honestly, you don't know what's going on at all.
Yeah. And especially when someone you care about is like, okay, well, let's sit down and talk, and you do, or let's have a cuddle and a hug, and you do, or whatever, you know, whatever the thing is. And they're like, do you feel better? And you have to say yes.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be like, no. Because I feel just as shitty.
Now both of you feel like shit.
Yeah, 100%. So you've got to be like... Who
does that benefit?
And then you're like, oh, I don't want to lie to them because I care about this. But you kind of have to. You have to... White lie, I guess you would say.
You just go a little...
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least they feel like they helped somewhat. But sometimes you can't. But it's like, it's one of those things where it's nice to have someone there for you. And it does definitely ease the burden a bit more. But... it can also create more burden.
It can, yeah. And you have to then put on that happy face and be like, I feel better.
I hate when it's just long and continuous, like those times where it's just months and months. Yep. And you want to feel better, and you know you're still trying to keep social so you don't go insane and feel isolated. Yeah. But your friends are all around you, and you know they're so nice to you, and you still feel absolutely terrible. And
and you love them, but the fact that they feel okay fucks you off.
You're like, how did you do it? Why not me?
Why aren't you mental like I am? And you're like, oh. I find as well when I'm like that, I flock towards worse things. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to listen to more depressing music. I want to watch real depressing movies. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I think it helps sometimes.
Yeah.
Not if you feel like you're genuinely in a really bad headspace, you don't want to keep flooding your brain with all this shit. Yeah. But sometimes it's just a mode in which you get the emotions out. And that's good sometimes.
Totally.
Yeah.
Someone told me the other day, and I actually said that to them, and they made a real good point. They're like, you know why? And I was like, no. They're like, you want to normalise how you feel. And by listening to depressing music, Like the other day, I did feel like that, and fucking. Do you ever listen to Placebo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, when you're fucking depressed, Placebo's like a godsend. Like, friend in need is a friend indeed. A friend with weed is better. And you're like, I feel you. I feel exactly what you feel. They're like, you're just trying to normalize how you feel.
Yeah, you're making your suffering tangible in some way, and that's why a lot of people are very self-destructive as well. They're going through this shit, and they know that they're in mental anguish, but outside of them, it's not really real, because it is all in your head, whether it's real or not. It's still in your head. And unfortunately, for some people, they end up hurting themselves.
Yeah.
And to see the actual hurt on their body, that is them making it tangible, making it real.
Yeah.
And it's very unfortunate, but a lot of people deal with it that way.
Yeah.
But a more healthy way to do it would be to listen to music, listen to heavy music.
Yeah.
Watch some sad puppies, something like that, just to make you cry.
Never done that one.
I haven't either, but it's an idea.
Yeah. There's a show, I'm sure you've seen it. There's a show on Netflix called Afterlife.
I haven't seen that one.
Is it what's called? It's Ricky Gervais.
Oh!
Now I'm questioning whether it's called that.
I have seen segments of it. I think I know what one you're referring to.
Yeah.
But I have not seen the whole show.
Dude. Seriously? Yeah, Afterlife. It's called Afterlife. Ricky Gervais. There's 3 series. 3 seasons, I should say. And it is a perfect show when you're feeling down, because I mean, it's Ricky Gervais. He's going to make you laugh. No matter how you feel, he's going to do something that makes you laugh. But it's about this dude whose wife has died of cancer, and his wife was his whole life, like his best friend, his companion, his everything, right? And he is trying to live his life. Like, he doesn't want to live anymore. He wants to kill himself. But every time he goes to do it, his dog is like, his dog doesn't talk, but his dog's like, I'm hungry, or brings his lead for a walk, and he's like, well, okay, I'll walk you and then I'll kill myself. And so his dog just kind of keeps him alive. But he kind of gives up on life in terms of, like, he still goes to work, but he doesn't, he removes his filter and tells everyone what they think. And he tells everyone, I just want to die all the time. And you feel his misery. And when you feel like that, when you see, like, especially as a comedian, like another heroic comedian, like, I love that dude, he's my hero, be the same, even though he's acting, it's like, fuck, it speaks to you, and you're like, okay, if he's got to live, I've got to live, you know what I mean? Or if he's feeling like that, it's okay that I feel like that, and all that sort of thing. Even though my wife hasn't died from cancer, thank fuck. It's like, I know how he feels and stuff like that. You should watch it, man. It's really funny, but it's also really heavy. And when you're feeling really down, it is such a good watch, because you kind of like, you identify with him. He makes you laugh. He's funny, but also like the characters around him, like as you watch it, they're all like, "Oh, can you not be like, come on, man, get better." And you're like, ugh. By the time you get to the 3rd season, they open up about their own shit, and suddenly you're like, fuck. It's great. It's really good. Really well made, and it's very, very funny. Yeah. There you go. That's this week's What You Should Watch.
What you should watch.
Fuck, I think I've done one every week so far. But you're back at uni, and it's your last year.
Last year. Yes.
Man. And is that like, hooray? Or are you like, holy shit? Or a mix?
I am very excited.
Yeah.
I am very ready to go to the next stage of my life.
Yeah.
I'm so eager for it. I am terrified.
Yeah.
Of failing a paper this year, extending it. I can't, get me out of here, I don't want to be here any longer than I need to be. I already am by like 2 years. And then also I'm terrified about what the job market's going to be like for me.
Yeah.
The new government, they've removed a lot of funding for a lot of wildlife projects, which is kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's going to be tricky, but I think I'll get there.
Yeah.
It's just going to be It's going to be a tricky year, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to pucker up.
Yeah. Yeah. But is it like, is it the hardest year, or is it just like...
This might be one of the easiest years.
Oh, okay.
Because I've moved a lot of my papers around, thus extending it a little bit. Mm-hmm. Because of that, I've already done the majority of my zoology credits.
Cool.
I have a single paper left that I'm doing this semester. The rest are electives, so I can just choose whatever paper I want to do. Cool. So I've been doing a couple sciences, but not all of them, because that's when you make it hard, when everything is... You got to write a bloody lab report for absolutely everything.
Yeah. So
I'm doing gender studies, I'm doing philosophy, and then I have one more paper in my second semester, which is annoying, but it will be fun, I think.
Yeah.
And my gender studies paper has 2 assignments the entire semester, no exam. I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah. That's quite cool. And then it's free from study.
Yeah, I'm really, really looking out for that freedom, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Until you get a job, then there's no freedom forever.
Well, we'll see. I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I think I'm hoping to find a job that's flexible and trusts me to do my own thing.
Yep.
Definitely. I just need them to trust me.
Would you look at someone like Doc?
I have looked into Doc. I think my options are quite limited, just given my health conditions.
Oh, okay.
A lot of Doc positions require quite a high level of athleticism.
Yeah, tramping and shit.
Yeah, and it's sad because I love tramping. Yeah. I love just being out in the wild.
Yeah.
Like, I had a great trip with Nelson, helping my friend with their masters.
Yeah,
and that was just really cool because it was really, like, wild. There wasn't a path. It was very cool, but it did wear me out, so... I'm hoping to find something at a museum, maybe. Just something where I'm in the same building, minimal walking. Yeah, that would be good.
Te Papa would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, do they have a bug department?
Yeah,
they have a big animal thing.
They have a lot of animal stuff. They're really good with their skeletons and their preservations and those kind of things. So there is an invertebrates department.
Oh, cool.
And I got to do some volunteer work with them, which was really cool. And one of the head curators, she bumped into me during a moth out or whatever we were doing.
Yeah.
Something outside. And she was like, "Do you want to be on One News?"
Oh.
And me being the narcissist that I am, I said, "Of course."
Yeah.
So not a lot of entomologists like being in front of on a big screen.
You could be the spokesperson.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm so down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they just interviewed me about, the mosquito project they're working on.
Cool.
So, I've got some connections. Yeah. I'm hoping that'll get me far.
Yeah.
I did a lot of additional online courses the past few years. So, I'm hoping...
Nice.
I just want them to see that I'm, so eager to learn and...
Yeah.
I'm eager to move around. I'll do what I gotta do.
Yeah. Oh, cool. But would you limit just New Zealand? If something in, say, Scotland came up, they're like, "Hey, would you like to come over here and work with us for 3 years on a fixed contract in the Museum of Edinburgh and run this project for, I don't know, £80,000 a year?"
I mean, I wouldn't say no. That does sound incredible, but I think I need maybe 5 years in New Zealand once I'm out of uni. I just want to... I've never had a full-time job before, so I really want to get used to being in the workforce. But
okay, look, £90,000, but we're not going to
oh, shit. Well, maybe.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
If I'm able to pay off my student loans, because it'll be the interest rate will be gone if I leave the country.
Ah.
So for me to have to leave the country before paying off a good chunk of my 70 grand that I owe them, I would have to have a really good salary to make up for it, because I'll have to pay off a good lump sum of my
lines.
You
could do comedy on the side and make some extra coin.
Oh yeah, comedy makes so much money, man.
Over there.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, talk to Sparrow and Boyle. I'll hook you up some gigs.
True. Shout out. Yeah.
Okay, so for at least a few years here.
I just want to get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
There probably is, the country we are, there's probably... I mean, well, okay. Yeah, government's cutting funding, but whatever. There's probably, got to be something that maybe we'll see.
You sound really hopeful for me, Dylan.
I was like, oh, but we're the country to do it in. And now I'm like, yeah, oh, well.
I'm in a weird position here because New Zealand is so unique in terms of biodiversity. And I was born here. I kind of feel like I have an obligation almost to help protect them.
Yeah.
Because it's like, once they die out, there's no spares in other countries.
No.
That's
it. Yeah.
That's it. You did it. You destroyed everything.
And I don't care what people say about, like I'm sure these people are like, oh, but if those ants die, there's no more. It's like, oh, there's ants all over the world. It's like, but there's not those ants.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, I know for the common person, including me, an ant is an ant. But it's like, no, it's not those ants.
Saying that is kind of like saying if a species of ape died out.
Yes, right, gotcha.
It would be like, there's more over there, like humans.
There's monkeys everywhere.
Yeah, it's like, ants are like the same as in primates, like...
Yeah, there's different types.
Yeah, I think... I like to think people are just intentionally being ignorant.
I mean,
for their own benefit.
They are,
yeah, but there are also people who I do think they just mean well, and maybe their folks raised them to act a certain way.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm studying this stuff. I want to get people back into it. We need to encourage people again to actually fight for our animals and our plants.
You know what would be cool? Auckland Zoo.
Yeah, I mean, working in a zoo, I feel like anyone would love working in a zoo. Most people would enjoy a zoo job.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the husbandry stuff is really my style.
Oh, okay.
Although there was a spot when I visited Cairns in Australia called Hartley's Crocodile Adventure.
Yeah.
And it was so sick. And I was like, I could work here.
What, with crocodiles?
Yeah, they have crocodiles, snakes, but they also have like stick insects and little things like that.
Yeah. I mean, so does Auckland Zoo.
Yeah, little reptiles.
Yeah. Auckland Zoo has all that.
That's true.
So you could...
Auckland Zoo's kind of lacking in the bug department, though.
Well, hey, this is your opportunity to turn that around.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, there could be a big opportunity here that we don't know about. They got an old, like, bee farm. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I don't know that much about it, but, like, they do have some.
I definitely do a native praying mantis breeding program. It's something I've been wanting to do for years.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Because they're being displaced.
Okay. What do you think is the most underrated bug? The one where people are like, oh God, I've got bloody cockroaches. And you're like, hang on now. To be fair. You know what I mean? Like that sort of thing. Is there one where people are like, oh God damn it. Bloody have to go get some ant poison. You're like, well, hang on a minute. Or are you like...
I understand why a lot of these bugs are annoying.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Obviously. I would say probably moths.
Okay, yeah.
People are always dissing moths.
Yeah, I hate moths. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate them, I just don't want them near me.
Yeah. I mean, they can be annoying, but I feel like any animal can be annoying.
Yeah.
So what do they do wrong?
Yeah. Well, mostly they dive bomb me when I'm reading my book in bed, and they're just trying to get to my lamp, but they miss and they hit me. I
think I know what the problem is. You and I are far too pale, so the light just bounces off of us. Because I have that happen all the time. They just dive bomb into my face, my legs.
Yeah.
I think we're just too white.
Yeah.
Maybe if we get fake tan, we'll be safe from the moths.
I mean, I can tan.
Yeah.
I just don't go outside.
Me too, yeah.
For continuous amounts of time, you know.
Yes, I'm with you there.
Okay, so moths are okay. We should live with moths a little bit better.
Look, they're harmless.
Yeah.
I mean, it is annoying.
They are harmless.
They are
totally harmless.
Yeah. Are they a bit annoying? Sure.
Yeah.
But, like, you can literally just cup them in your hand and then just throw them out the window.
Yeah.
To
be honest, we usually just leave them.
Yeah.
And in the morning, we can't find them, and they're like, oh, well, they're gone.
I mean, I imagine maybe the spiders got to
We
them.
do have a few spiders.
But, hey, that's also another good part about moths. They're a great food source for a lot of animals.
We purposely don't kill the daddy longlegs.
That's a great house tip.
Yeah, because they eat up spiders. They eat up flies as well. It's very handy. Hey, can I tell you a funny bug story that happened to me?
Go for it.
So, a week or two ago, I can't remember, I almost rang you at 2 a.m.
Okay.
knowing you would be up.
Often.
I was going to video call you because a bug bit me.
Oh.
And I didn't know what to do. But don't get excited.
Oh.
This is really embarrassing. Okay? So, I've got sleep apnea, right? So I have to wear a sleep apnea mask.
Yes.
Blows air in my face. And several weeks ago, a little bit of plastic on it broke. And I was like, I went to go buy another one, and they were like between $90 and $120 for this plastic. Like this piece of useless plastic. Right? And I'm like, fuck that. So I zip tied it together. I DIY'd it, basically. But like, not bad comedy. I mean, fix it myself. And, do you see what I did there? And, so it's the bit that sits like between my eyes, and it holds the straps that come in that hold it in place. Shit. The bit of plastic broke. So I zip tied it together, and it's done wonders. And I zip tied it and had a big thing, and I cut it off. Anyway, in the middle of the night the other night, I woke up and my whole hand was numb, except for this excruciating pain in my thing. Because I have sleep apnea, I sleep real heavy.
Yeah.
So nothing wakes me up. But I woke up, whole hand numb. This finger, which is my ring finger, was in burning pain. Burning. So much pain. And the most pain my finger has ever been in, right? And I was like, ugh! And Jen woke up, she goes, what's wrong? I said, my hand. I turned on the torchlight on my phone, and I shone it, and there were two perfect little incision bites, whatever we're going to call it, puncture marks on my skin. And I'm going, holy shit, I've been bitten by what I thought was a spider. I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, what do I do? And I was like, I know someone who'll know what to do.
Oh, God.
And then so I'm taking photos of it, right? And I'm like, fuck. And then I'm like, no, I don't want to wake Siobhan. No, just leave it. I was like, okay, let's find the spider that did it first. Because if I ring her, she'll go, well, what did it? And
let's find this motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. And so we move our bed, we strip our bed, we do everything. Not a fucking spider. No spiders, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, while we're doing this, my hand, the feeling comes back in my hand, but my finger's still really sore. And I'm like, shit. And then so I'm like, I can't find it. It must be gone. I'm not going to ring Siobhan because what am I going to tell her? I've been bitten. And then what are you going to say? By what? I don't know. And you're just going to hang up on me.
Yeah, I don't know how much help I'm going to be there.
Look, dude, I don't know. Go to hospital. Get fucked. Goodbye. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm like, okay. I calm myself down. And the pain is starting to fade a bit and all that something. I was like, oh, okay. And I go back to sleep. Right? It's like now 3 a.m, right? I wake up again at 4 a.m, and the pain is completely gone. My finger's fine. When I wake up in the morning, one of the bite marks have gone. There was 2 and there's 1. So I was like, that's weird. And so I'm sitting there holding it, and in my hand I'm holding my sleep apnea mask, and I turn it like this, like I'm holding it, and I go like this, and one hand brushes the other hand, and it like slices, and it's really fucking sharp. And I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at my sleep apnea mask, and I'm looking at the zip tie on it, and I'm going, that zip tie has got like two
prongs,
perfectly sharp prongs on it. And what had happened is I'd fallen asleep on my hand with those prongs like digging into my hand. And because all the weight of my big fat head is on my hand is now completely numb, except for that, which I can still feel through the numbness, eh? And I just felt like such a dick. And I worked out, and I told Jen, I was like, you won't believe him, blah, blah, blah. She's like, good fucking thing you didn't call Siobhan, eh? And I was like, oh my God. And I remembered, because I'd forgotten I was going to call you. I was like, oh my God, yes. Because I would have to call you the next day and be like, look, I'm really sorry I woke you up. Or I'm really sorry if you were awake or whatever. But, like, it was the spider bite.
I would have attempted to smack you through the phone, I think.
I think you would have. Like, I think you would have been like, don't contact me for several days. Yeah. It was quite embarrassing. But it honestly felt like I'd been bitten. And because there were puncture marks in my fucking hand, I was like, that's it. I have been bitten. That's what it is. I think I've deleted the photos. I was
so embarrassed.
I was like, no, that's got to go.
You probably just pinched some nerves from that digging into your skin.
No, it just, like, because it punctured the skin.
Yeah, but from the pressure.
Yeah.
That's probably why your hand was numb.
Oh, no, yeah, my head was lying on it.
Yeah.
So, it was just
pressure.
dumb. Like, I just felt real dumb.
You probably would have felt dumber if you ended up contacting me.
Yeah. It was...
But I also sleep deep, so if I was asleep, I probably would have missed your call.
Oh, well, that's alright then. Oh, good. Oh, well, I know not to call you at 2 a.m. for a fucking emergency.
I ain't gonna be much help. I sleep through everything.
Unless it goes like, Siobhan is online.
Yeah. If I'm online, I'm awake.
Yeah.
I'm always online if I'm awake. So I'm always just keeping an eye on stuff. I'm always pretty quick to respond to messages.
Yeah, you are. You're really good.
That's how you know I'm like, if I'm going through some shit, if you like don't hear from me fast, it's like... And it's usually like, I'm online, but I'm just so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I just need a pause. God, it's hard keeping friends sometimes.
It is real hard.
Because some friends, they expect to hear from you constantly, and I can usually do that. Yeah. Usually, but, maybe one out of 10 times, I'm just so overblown that I just can't do anything and not respond. Yeah. And the friend's suddenly like, oh, do you hate me? I'm like, what?
No.
I don't know what to tell you. Of course I don't hate you.
Yeah.
Why
just
would I be missing?
the spoons today? Yeah.
I'm out. You should. Yeah.
It is kind of hard.
It's stressful.
I have times like that where I'm just like, nah.
I'm constantly on edge of being like, do people think I'm a bad person because I'm not responding to their messages fast enough?
Yeah. And
it's stressful.
And it is good. Sometimes your friends get it. Like, Tyron is one. I know you, but, like, Tyron is also another one who's, like, he totally gets it. And sometimes he'll send me, like, shit, and I won't reply for days, and I'll go back to him and be like, sorry, bro, I was in a bad place. And he's just like, no, man, no, all good, don't worry.
Yeah.
And there's a few people like that
It's great having people like that.
Yeah.
But they're not always like that.
No. And
I don't think it's nothing really saying anything about that person in particular.
No.
It's just more like, sorry, I can't accommodate all your needs. Yeah. I'm sorry that it makes you feel like I'm not doing enough.
Have you also, because I've had to do this with people as well, where I've been like, they're like, oh, where were you? I messaged you. And you're like, why? Was it urgent?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I needed to talk to you. And you're like, pick up the phone.
Definitely.
Ring the phone.
Yeah, call me.
Message me on Messenger.
Yeah.
And if you do message me on Messenger, don't start with, hey. Or, hi, how's it going? Start with, hey, this is urgent. Can you please?
Yeah.
I
always message people, and if I don't hear from them in a couple hours, then I call them.
Yeah. If it's urgent.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
And these people who are just like, but I messaged you. It's like, you messaged me hello.
Like, can we normalize phone calls again?
Oh.
Sometimes you can't. There are conversations you can't have via message.
No.
Like, it's usually if I like need help with something like creative or uni stuff.
Yeah.
I can't do that over message. Like,
no.
Let's suss this out together.
Yeah.
And my generation especially, they really don't like phone calls.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
I mean, I don't like phone calls, but
they're important.
Yeah, if I need to talk to someone, I will call them. Or if I want to hear something, like if I need an answer, I will call. But even then, a lot of people don't pick up now.
I know.
They just don't pick up the phone because they're like, and then they'll message you back immediately. Why are you calling me? It's like, because I need to talk to you.
Are you serious? Just pick up the dang phone. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I have to vet every phone call I make to you? Do I have to give you an outline of what I'm discussing today?
Yeah. You send an agenda
ahead of time.
It's
Exactly.
like, hey, I'm going to call you in half an hour. Here's the agenda. It's like, shit, man.
Someone did that to me. I'm like, piss off. Don't call me ever again.
Yeah.
Just, if you need something done, call.
But do you think, honestly, like, do you think the world... Okay, let's say tomorrow, for no explanation, all cell phones die. Or the network or whatever, the cell phone network dies. You know what I mean? Around the world, permanently. They're just not coming back. Do you think but landlines still work. Although no one's got landlines.
No, I haven't had a landline in a long time.
Yeah, we haven't got one either.
I remember when I was like 13, my mum was like, do you want data on your phone or do you want a landline? Because I can't afford to keep both. I was like,
data.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't need a landline, I got a cell phone.
Yeah, I'll call you from with the data.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, okay, we would probably go downhill real fast.
Oh, fuck it. I mean, My first thought's actually like, what about people who work from home?
Okay, so maybe okay.
That's kind of my big issue, right?
Yeah, because you couldn't do that before.
And then you're out of a job. Like, what if you're on the other side of the world?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
don't think about this. I wouldn't be able to
I think eventually it would be quite utopian.
Yeah, it would take a while.
But it will be a mess for quite a while. Yeah.
I think how just TV alone would change. Well, no, it wouldn't change because TV hasn't changed. We've changed what we watch.
Yeah.
Like TVNZ, for example, if you actually tune in, is still the same.
It's not that different.
No, it hasn't really changed. It's show with ads, show with ads, show with ads.
I like it. It kind of, I don't know, it makes you feel young again.
Nostalgic.
Yeah, definitely. I've been watching all the New Zealand Taskmasters. I didn't see the New Zealand one, so I've been watching those, and I've been having a lot of fun with that.
It's good. Right. Yeah?
Fun.
She's nodding yes, people.
I'm nodding yes, sorry, this is a podcast. Yeah. I forget, because I'm just talking to you. I'm just kind of nodding at you, but yes, it is a lot of fun.
Alright, I'll watch it until we get into it. Yeah, TV will change. You'll have to go back to... Because someone posted on, like, a nostalgia page, like, the newspaper used to have the day's TV, you know? And so you'd be like, oh, okay, it started at 8 a.m. every day. And you could pick what you're going to watch. And so you'd kind of go like, okay. And when I saw it, I instantly went to from 7... Oh, no, it started at 6 a.m., sorry. I went to 7 a.m. to see what cartoons are on.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, okay, I could watch these ones, and then I'd have to go to school. And then it was like from 3 o'clock, and then from like 3 or 4 o'clock was like older kids' cartoons, so like Doug and fucking like Gargoyles. And so I was like, okay, I would watch this one and this one, then I'll change channel. And I was literally plotting what I would watch. Yeah. This was like 3 days ago. I was like, I would have watched this, and then that, and then Mum would have come in and be like, we're watching Shortland Street. And then we would have had to watch that, and then we would have watched Simpsons, and then blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's how it was.
We always had to watch Shortland Street. That's one constant that never changed.
It was the news, then Shortland Street.
Yeah. Well, my mum's a nurse, so she's obsessed with medical drama. She loves Grey's Anatomy as well.
Does she watch ER?
I'm sure she does.
Oh, ER was the fucking business, man.
Yeah, I'm sure she... If it's a medical drama, she's probably seen it.
100% she must have watched it.
She's obsessed with them, for sure.
And it was only, like, the best medical drama of all time. This Grey's Anatomy can get fucked.
It went on a little too long, in my opinion.
I don't know, I never watched one episode.
I did it under my mum's command.
Oh. Yeah, fair
And then my ex-girlfriend really liked Grey's.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
I was more like Scrubs.
Scrubs is amazing.
Yeah.
I love Scrubs. I need to rewatch it. I think it's on Disney Plus now.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely on my rewatch list.
Yeah.
And you know what I've been rewatching? The Good Place.
Oh!
It's like my probably 4th or 5th rewatch.
Such a good show.
Well, what happens is, like, my YouTube knows I love all these different TV shows, and then it will give me, like, clips from it, and then I watch it, and I go, fine, I guess I'll have to rewatch this again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just it's so, like, just the message is really good.
Oh, it's such a good show.
And, like, the comedy's great.
Yep. And the plot twists.
Yeah, the character growth, like, it's really just...
Yeah.
It's such an easy rewatch.
It is. It is so, so good. And even the things like, okay, if you haven't seen it, spoilers. But like when, I've only watched it through twice, so bear with me. But the dude who is the monk, but then isn't a monk.
Jason.
When he reveals he's not a monk, that was one of my favourite points of that whole show. That was great, yeah. And then he's like, not only is he not a monk, he's a bit of a dumbass.
He's a DJ from Florida.
Yeah. Go Gators, or whatever it is.
Blake Bortles.
Yeah. It was such a good show. And I really dug the chick who, like the AI chick who would just pop up.
Janet. I love Janet. She is my favourite character.
I'm going to have to rewatch it now. God damn it.
She's my favourite for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. It also just had that like perfect ending.
Right?
Like, it just ended so perfectly.
I've never had such a satisfying ending.
Yeah, well, you're like, I'm sad, but I'm happy.
It's, like, so beautiful. I think I've always, like, shed a couple tears in that final episode, but it's so satisfying, like, just what a perfect conclusion to a fantastic show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had so many shows that I love get cancelled, so the ending is so abrupt. Or, like, it ends on a cliffhanger, and you just never know what happens.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Or it's just like the end of Seinfeld, and it's just shit.
Yeah.
And you're just like, ugh. They end up in prison.
Yeah, like, I didn't have to watch this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also... Do you know what I just finished watching for the 455th time is all of Sopranos?
Oh, yes.
That show ends in a fucking... I've seen that ending so many times, and to this day it still fucks me off.
Why? I haven't seen it. I've seen Sopranos, but I never saw the end. Yeah.
It just goes to black.
What the fuck?
So what happens is the family, they go through all this shit, right? And in the final episode, everything is squared away. Like, the mafia war is over, the son is better, like, he's not suicidal anymore, the daughter sorts his shit out and all this sort of stuff. Husband and wife are back together. And so everyone's kind of in this good place, and they're going out for dinner, and they're all going to meet at this one diner for dinner. And they play Journey in the background, Don't Stop Believin'.
Oh, yes.
And when it gets to the last note of the thing, so Tony Soprano looks up, like someone's approached the table, and he looks up at them, and it goes to black, and then the credits roll. And so everyone was like, but then what happened? Like, did someone kill him? Did he get arrested? Did nothing happen? Did someone just take his order and life went on? And no one knows.
Guess we'll never know.
Yeah. And they're like, that's how we wanted to end it.
Yeah.
And it was like, motherfuckers.
So unsatisfying.
But the perfect ending was, The Good Place.
I haven't had it. I can't think of a better one.
I'm going to have to watch it now.
Yeah.
Because my daughter the other day was like, have you watched this? And I was like, have I watched it? It is amazing. So good. And she's like, oh, I might have to watch it. I was like, if you're going to watch it, let me know. Now you've brought it up. Now I'm like, no, I've got to watch it.
Yeah, I think so.
It also made me love Ted Danson again.
Yeah.
Because I kind of went off him for a while.
I hadn't seen him in a while until The Good Place came out, which was like, what, 2015? Something like that.
But he'd done a run of shit shows. And I was like, ugh. And then this came out, I was like, ugh, Ted Danson. And I watched it, I'm like, whoa, Ted Danson's fucking cool again.
Great in that show.
Oh, he's so funny.
Yeah.
I tell you the other show I want to watch, which I don't know if you've ever watched it, but I never watched all of it, was Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh, I know the premise.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it.
It was a great show. So it's about these aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, who come to Earth in Earth bodies, and their whole mission is to find out what happens on Earth. And it had John Lithgow in it, who I love to bits. Like, everything I've seen him in, he's been awesome.
Yeah.
And I fell down the Third Rock from the Sun, like, TikTok rabbit hole sort of thing. You know what I mean? Where I started watching a clip, and I was like, I've got to find more of this. Watch more, and now it's my whole TikTok. It's fucking Third Rock from the Sun. And you just
might as well watch it again at that point.
Yeah.
Because that's what's been happening to me as well. And I'll watch an episode, and I'll forget I'm not watching, like, a compilation. And I'm like, oh, yes, this is the actual show now. I'm watching it again.
Yeah. And then you end up watching a whole season, and then it consumes your whole life, and you're like,
yeah.
Oh, wait, I have to go to work.
Exactly. The Good Place is often rewatched. Community is, like, my comfort.
Oh, see, I've never watched Community.
I love it.
And Cal's was always like, you got to watch Community.
Yeah.
He was hot on me for watching. He wanted me to watch two shoys, which was Community and Parks and Rec.
Great options.
Yeah, he was like, you will love them.
Fantastic shows.
So I'm going to have to watch them at some point, just to be like, all right, bro, I'll do it. And
I would always tell Kels when I was rewatching Community or Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not funny. I just never watched them.
Just never got around to it.
Yeah. And the clips I've seen, particularly of Parks and Rec, have looked really funny.
Mm.
So, which one would you watch first? If you were me, no, not if you were me. If you were you and I'm me, tell me, which one do you think I should watch first, Community or Parks and Rec?
I think it depends on what you're looking for, because I find Parks and Rec is a bit more polished. And I'm not even saying that as to say it's better than Community.
Yeah.
Community is just a bit more experimentative.
Okay.
Whereas Parks and Rec feels a bit more like a flow.
Yeah.
Of stories. So, Community is very filled with it's a lot of reference humor.
Okay.
But I feel like it's always done really well in a way that makes sense, which is really satisfying.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec have really good like relationships between the characters.
Okay.
And really like special bonds. I would say if you're looking for like just full on fun, I would start with Community.
Okay.
But
I don't know. You're really selling Parks and Rec more, to be honest.
I know.
Full on fun, go for Community. But if you want in-depth characters,
not to say that Community doesn't have in-depth characters, because it is really cool watching their characters develop over the seasons.
Yeah.
And they all have these like different bonds with each other, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a thing that went down with Chevy Chase.
Oh yeah, I heard.
You heard about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they got like new writers on. I think it was season 4. In the show they refer to it as the gas leak year.
Yeah.
And that's how they explained all the weird plot points in that season, which is like very much the fun part of Community that you'll find.
Alright.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just watch them both at the same time.
Like flip-flop between them?
Yeah, like just do days
time.
of Community and days of Parks and Rec.
I'd probably, if you're gonna flip-flop, start with Parks and Rec.
Okay, cool.
And then do Community, done. And then you just zigzag between them.
That's it.
I do that all the time.
I'm gonna watch it. Okay.
Oh, you know a show I watched recently that I really like?
Yeah.
It's called The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Have you heard of that one?
I have heard of it.
It's amazing. I watched the whole thing.
Where did you watch it?
I just illegally. But it is on Prime. I know that. I had Prime for like 6 months, and that was what I watched Parks and Rec on.
Oh, okay. I might actually have to get it then.
Yeah, Community's not on there.
Just so I can be a legal beagle.
Yeah, Community was on Netflix for the longest time, but it's not there. I haven't seen it in a while. Sad.
The other one I really want to watch, I don't know if you've watched it, but my daughter, because she's 16 now, she's really getting into this shit, is Freaks and Geeks.
Oh my god.
I know, right? I haven't watched it for like 5 to 10 years.
10 years for me, definitely,
it's such a good show.
Oh wow, yeah, we used to watch that quite a bit as a family. My sister especially liked it, yeah.
Yeah, one season,
it pretty good.
Bang it out. Yep. You can watch it in a weekend.
Yeah.
Launch the careers of 1 million people sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Funny, relatable. And so she watched a little bit of it at school, I think, for English. She's like, oh, it was really... I was like, oh my god, that is such a good show. She's like, I want to watch more. I was like, okay, we will watch.
Let's do it, yeah. I need to rewatch that. It's been ages.
We're doing nothing this weekend, apart from... Actually, you'll see, like, our yard is all over.
Yeah.
Like, that's the job this weekend. But at night, we've got... This is the first weekend in forever we've had nothing on. Which is why when you went to record, I'm like, fucking Friday.
Yeah, I'm
not the weekend, because I want to be with the kids all weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
But, I think that's what I might do, It's just Freaks and Geeks, Parks and Rec, Community, and I've got a bunch of movies to watch as well. Some of them I'm really excited to watch. So,
what are a couple of the movies?
There's this one called Lee, which I think has not been a big box office one.
No.
But it's got my favourite actress, which is Kate Winslet. I have
Kate.
such a crush on Kate Winslet. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But I like her. I think she's amazing to watch. Anyway, this is one of my takes. 2 of my favourite things, smash them together. Kate Winslet is a photographer for Vogue magazine during World War II. And so Vogue, even though it's a fashion magazine, send her to the front line to cover the war. And that's what it's about. This photographer, female photographer, who gets sent to the front line during World War II. And it's a true story. So I'm like, that sounds like all my favourite fucking... Like, Kate Winslet, check. Photography, check. History, check. I'm like, this is going to be great. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I found this movie, which I haven't seen. It's a few years old, and it's... again, it's a World War II one. Kind of. It's about... Schindler's List, right? It was about this German dude saves all these Jews. This is about this English dude who helps smuggle all these Jews out of Europe at the start of the war. And based on a true story, and it's got Hannibal Lecter in it, whose name Anthony Hopkins.
Oh yes.
Plays the dude. So I'm like, okay, that looks really good. So I grabbed that, and and Pink Panther 1 and 2 with Steve Martin. Okay.
Oh.
I know, right? So I've kind of been on a bit of a Steve Martin binge.
Yeah. He's great.
Today actually, I watched Bowfinger, which is one of my favourite Steve Martin movies with Eddie Murphy. And fucking, it is so funny and just out there and really weird. And those are a few of the watches, I think. But definitely I'm quite keen to, like I said, I finished Sopranos. I've finished It's Always Sunny recently, so I don't want to start that again.
Yeah. You gotta let it simmer a bit.
Gotta give it a good 8 to 9 months. Yeah. You know.
I usually wait a little less myself.
Well, funnily enough, Sophie's watching it too, so I do kind of catch episodes. So I've kind of been like, I'm not going to start again till at least she finishes and stuff like that.
You're just not hardcore watching it. And just
but I do fucking love that show.
Mm-hmm.
I do sometimes find myself in the weekends at in the middle of the night, and I'm like, I need something to watch, and I'll fucking bang on a random episode. It's Always Sunny.
If you like It's Always Sunny, have you seen Abbott Elementary?
No.
It's on Disney Plus.
Okay. I've seen it on there.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
I don't know how to describe it, but it's very similar. I mean, they're both based in... Because they're Philadelphia, so they're both based in that. They actually did have a crossover episode as well.
Oh, someone told me they did.
Yeah, I don't think it was me. It's a real good watch.
Okay, cool.
The first season's very bingeable.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
The guy who created It's Always Sunny, Ryan McGeehee, anyway, plays
that
Mac. Guy who plays Mac. He's also got a new show out. I don't know the name of it, but it's like a game development company, and he works for them and shit like that. Totally different character and stuff like that, but like, I was like, I trust this dude. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'm going to follow him and see where this goes. So I might have to see if I can find that.
Yeah.
Right, we're getting towards the end of this podcast, right?
Yeah.
And we have a new thing on the podcast.
A new thing.
New feature.
New feature?
Try to launch this,
Okay.
And as much as I love cows, it fucking didn't work.
Oh, okay.
Whenever we had someone on, I was like, bro, when we had people on, we're going to do this. And it never fucking took off. Anyway, quick fire questions.
Ooh,
but there are 2 sets of questions.
Exciting.
2 sets of questions, right? So you can pick set A or set B. Which one would you like?
So I don't get any more information. Okay.
5 questions in each. And 1 universal question which goes at the end.
My surname starts with B, so I'm going to go with B.
Everyone's gone B so far. Okay, here we go. What is the last song you absolutely jammed out to?
Last song I absolutely jammed out to.
You pumped up the volume, danced and sang along. Well, not dance, but totally sang out loud and was like, oh, fuck, I'm feeling this song.
It's called Denial is a River by Doechii. She's a rap artist.
Okay, cool.
And it's very classic rap storytelling style, which I was so fun, and it literally came out a few months ago. And that one is so fun to jam to.
Cool. One more time, sorry. So
it's called
River is
Denial is a River.
Denial is a River
by Doechii. Yeah.
Cool. I'll plug it in tonight. What is the last thing you ate?
Last thing I ate. I ate an English muffin with some Marge on it, and then I had a chocolate paddle pop.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner, baby.
Yum. I haven't had a paddle pop for so long.
They're great.
The other day, Jen took all the kids to get scooped ice cream. Mm-hmm. And she's like, do you want one? I was like, no. I want a trumpet. And I had one of those for
Colossal
ages.
cone?
No, just normal.
Just normal one?
Just normal. Boysenberry's my
I love the boysenberry trumpets. I don't even like boysenberry that much, but those trumpets are...
They're the bomb, eh? Okay. Beach or mountains?
Depends. If are the mountains mossy and soft? Because I'll pick the mountains. If
It's
we're just talking
it's whatever's in your head.
beach or mountain.
Mountain,
Yeah.
okay.
Sand annoys me sometimes.
Oh, man, I love sand.
It just gets everywhere.
Yeah,
It
you can
drives
wash
me
it off.
crazy.
Just wash it off.
Nah, it's not enough for me.
Okay. All right. What did you want to be when you were young?
Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah.
My mum would testify to this. I said I want to be a cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Did I reach that? No.
No.
Sadly not.
It's not too
For
late.
I am still a human.
People are now identifying as cats.
Yeah, maybe I should become a furry. Maybe that's where my life's going.
Please don't.
I'm good. No disrespect to the furries, but...
No. But the day you
I'm
come
good.
over and you're like, can I shit in your cat box? I'm going to be like, get out.
I'm good, man.
But what did you want to be for a job?
Other than a cat, I don't really remember. I think I just wanted to, like, make art and tell stories, which I kind of do
You
on
wanted to
the
be an
side.
artist.
Yeah, I wanted to...
Of many types.
I liked writing, I liked drawing.
Yeah.
I would write, like, random poems and scripts, and then my mum would record me on the camera.
Oh.
So there's a bunch of random videos of me,
Nice.
like, making songs and stuff. So it's nice. I'm kind of doing that
Love
now.
it. Yeah, totally. You write and you get on stage and perform it.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man. Question 5. What is your most used emoji?
Ooh, my most used emoji. It's probably like the kissy face, but not with the heart. Like just a little pucker.
Just a...
Yeah, the one that kind of just puckers.
Okay.
I use that one a lot.
Fair enough. Last question. What makes you happy?
Oh, okay. Is
What right now-
that quick fire? Okay, I guess.
What right now makes you happy?
What makes me happy right now? Making cool shit for people to see.
That's a good answer.
Makes me
cool
very
shit.
happy.
Yeah, that is a great answer because you are a creator of content.
Mm.
Various content. You do art, you do stand-up, you do podcasting sometimes.
I don't do commitment, I just do it all.
You're just out there doing it.
Yeah.
Just creating shit for the world. I love it. Fucking love it. Absolutely cool. Those are your quickfire questions. It's a shame you didn't pick A. It's better.
Oh, maybe next time.
Totally next time you come on, remind me you've done B.
Okay,
And I'll
I'll
100%
remember.
give you A.
Yeah.
Because A is really good. Thank you for
Alright.
coming on and doing this. It's been awesome.
fun.
It's been real fucking cool jumping back into podcasting. Like,
Yeah.
It's also been, like, don't get me wrong, emotionally traumatizing.
Yeah.
Like, not doing it with my mate. But fucking Jen came to me today and she almost made me cry. But she just knows how to push my fucking cry buttons, that bitch. She goes, I got you something. It's coming. It'll be here soon. I was like, what is it? She's like, oh, do you want me to tell you or do you want it to be a surprise? I said, yeah, I want you to tell me. Normally, I don't know why I said that too, because normally I'm like, no, surprise, don't tell me. She goes, oh, I printed a picture of cows for your garage.
Aww.
I was like, yeah, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, she's like, it's A4 and it's the picture you always say you love, and it's him with an award. Like,
I love that photo.
Yeah,
I know
right?
the one you're talking about. A fantastic photo.
right when he started comedy, he looked real healthy. He was real skinny and real healthy and shit like that. And I'm like, oh, you fucking bitch. And I was like, I'm back inside.
Yeah. Aw.
So, yeah, that'll be here soon. So, fucking,
That's sweet.
Right. All right. Let's get out of here and
Wrap
go
it
and
up.
fucking start the weekend hard.
I'm excited.
And is there anything you want to plug? Like fucking like if people want to see art or contact you for art.
I think just find me on Facebook. I think
Yeah.
I've got my message requests open up.
Yeah.
I'm always down to do like art commissions.
Yeah.
I have various different things I can do, like embroidery and digital art, and
Cool.
I'm pretty versatile.
Yeah.
And,
Or if they want to book you for comedy, same thing.
oh hell yeah, man!
And I can testify, like definitely book her for comedy.
Thank you, Dylan. Thank you for saying that. Here's the money. Here's the money you requested.
No money, no money, legit. Like I've always been like fucking you and Jayda are two of the strongest comedians in town. I've thought that for a long time. Well, I've told you that for a long time. Fucking. What's sad is when this comes out, your show probably has been at the comedy fest.
March 28th.
So, maybe not. I don't know. Fuck it, maybe we put it out.
Let's say if it is More Than Words 2, it's a musical comedy special
Yeah.
I did with my good friend Jayda McIndoe, March 28th, 6:45 at the Globe.
March 28th, 6:45. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Go see it. How much tickets?
So it's $10, but if you're a student, it's $5.
Oh, holy shit.
We wanted to make it really accessible for them.
That is real
because we're
cheap.
both uni students, so we're like, hey, the more
True.
students, the better.
Yep.
So yeah, very affordable. It'll be well
Yep.
well worth your money, I promise. We've put together a really solid hour.
And is it? I know this, but they don't. So I'm going to ask you. Is it? Describe this. Like, is it? It's like music.
It's imagine like an album.
Yeah.
Of different songs, and they kind of have their own vibe to it. So you're going to get something different like every 5 minutes is really the goal. Cool. But it's all musical, and hopefully it's all funny.
Oh, it'll be funny.
I'm hoping.
I don't doubt that at all. So, yeah, cool. Check it out. Tickets are available. I'm going to make sure this comes out before then. Okay?
Thank you, Dylan.
Tickets
I appreciate that.
Tickets are available on the Globe website. And in fact, if you just Google what's on the Globe Pumps North, it'll come up. And like Comedy Fest
26 shows, baby.
Yeah, man.
You got lots of options, but if you pick ours, that'd be great.
Fuck yeah. And if you go into yours, come see mine.
Yeah.
Mine's the next night. No, same night. No.
It's the night after. So ours is on the Friday night and yours is on the Saturday.
Yeah, sorry.
Is it Talking to God? What is that what's
Explaining
called?
Things
Explaining
to God.
Things to God. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Don't worry. I can't miss it for the world.
I'm not looking forward to it.
You're nervous? You got a lot of work to do?
Oh, it's a mental thing. I'm doubting the idea.
I know what you mean. I'm definitely feeling that a little myself.
Yeah. But
and it's hard doing it on your own. Like, at least I've got Jayda. It's, you know?
I don't know if I could. Well, I can't do what you guys do. Well, I'm not musical and shit like that, so I can't do that. So, I've just got to talk for an hour, which isn't hard, which I've done before.
So you got nothing to worry about then.
Yeah. But thanks for doing the show. We're definitely going to have you on again soon.
Yeah, it's been an honour.
It's been cool. All right, we're going to go so I can get some dinner.
Yeah.
Get you home so you can chill. Did you have uni today? I don't know. I'm just keep fucking going.
Yeah, we're just extending it more and more. It's like it just like kills us here, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I had one lecture today and I just decided to stay home.
Because you're like, fuck them.
Yeah. I've probably got a lot of catch up to do on the weekend.
Yeah, fair enough.
Got to make up for my mistakes.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
See you. Oh, don't jump, everyone. Yeah, like.
You don't do that.
Don't do that.
Please.